Hunting isn't just for the old timers. This is for the younger generation now. This is when you build. Guys, anybody that is, 18 and above, that's who's probably watching our channels and stuff, really wanting to get into hunting and everything. This is your time. You are so young, and planning everything that you need to plant. Think about the future of your hunting, okay? Don't just think about today or tomorrow. You need to think, what is going to happen 10 years from now? Where am I going to be at? And that's, now that I am almost 40 years old, I've had my property now for over 20 years. And I think, man, I should have planted all those fruit trees and all those nut trees when I first moved here. But all I was concerned with was instant gratification. All right. So I would go out and I would plant a food plot and I would hunt it. And, I've killed a lot of big deer off my property. But a lot of my big deer that I have killed, guys, is deer that have just been passing through. Yes, with the food plots and stuff that I have, and I do live around a bunch of bigger farms, but the does that we have on our property now, we have 40 acres, and the does, everybody around us is always like, holy cow, we got so many does, and everybody hear the same thing from everybody. We don't have no bucks, no bucks. And whenever rut comes, the bucks come, okay? And it is crazy. Then, we'll go to church and people are talking about, we see bucks here, we're seeing bucks now. I don't know where they came from, haven't seen pictures of them all year. And what they don't understand is a lot of these guys, they don't do nothing, okay? But they're hitting my property, midday, late in the evening, even at night and stuff. And we're seeing trail camera pictures of them. And that's what's great is I planted these trees, 5 years ago, and they're starting to produce now, and it's like this is awesome, and how much further along would I have been if I would have planted these trees when I first moved here? Or when you get a new place to hunt, really get with the landowner or whatnot and discuss, I would like to hunt here for a while, and I would like to create something here not that wouldn't only benefit me but benefit you too, or your family, or anybody else that you let hunt here. And a lot of people just like, oh, I don't want to do anything to the property because what if they kick me off? Well, what if they don't? And you are setting you up a place. And everybody met Olin the other day, my son. That's the problem is, if I'd have planted these trees so much, 20 years ago when I first bought the place, then all these trees would be mature. And they're mature now, but they would have been a lot bigger and producing a lot more, and we'd be holding a lot more deer. And but I didn't. And now he is at the age now, he told you all he was 5 the other day. He's at the age now where he's going to grow up, and these trees are just now getting to the size where they're producing. And so for his lifetime, there will be fruit trees and nut trees on our property, and he will be able to benefit from that for the rest of his life. Okay, so that's what's awesome, guys. And I know, like I said, a lot of the older people, a lot of the old timers that, they just want to go out to their stand. They just want to hunt. They're not horn hunters. They just want some meat and stuff. That's great. There's definitely a place for everybody in the hunting industry. And, that's basically all I want to kill anymore is just something for meat. But my son, on the other hand, he hasn't got to kill big bucks in his life. So getting to do these things for him and creating a habitat for our youth is what Trophy Trails is all about. The trail in life is really long for some, and how many trophies you take off of it is what matters. The memories you make is what matters. So guys, just remember that the younger generation, you guys are what is keeping the hunting industry alive. And we want you guys to go out and just, like I said, improve the hunting land. If you're not improving it everywhere, just improve it in your place, okay? Because what you don't understand is that whenever you improve a hunting property, you're improving hunting property all around, okay? They're using properties to bed on. They're using properties to eat on, to drink on. I have a 3-acre lake, and I rarely see any deer down there because other people have have built lakes, and there's creeks and stuff. So the whitetail are using the place that they feel the safest most of the time, or something that's very close to their bedding area. They just have to get up, get a drink, and come back. When they're eating on our property and stuff like that, a lot of times it's early morning or it's late in the evening, and they're not making it here till later on. But guys, like I said, it's the younger generation that is going to create the habitat and keep hunting alive for everybody. Remember, conservation isn't what it used to be, and it's just not conservation anymore. All right, you guys got to take care of it on your own, and make sure that you're a good steward of the land. And we appreciate all of you younger folks that are actually taking the step forward to make hunting properties better and keep hunting, keep the traditions alive. All right, thanks guys. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you. Thank you.